This is a song that I had out a few months back, and hope maybe you might enjoy this one.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for songs you might not know were written by the great Dolly Parton.
So she's a Whitney fan?
Oh, I think it's Dolly inspired.
Number 18, Too Lonely, Too Long, Lucille Starr.
No matter how you're tempted, don't say yes to me.
It's more likely people think the song belongs on a list of songs Dolly Parton covered, as opposed to tracks she actually wrote. And we say that because there is a 1970 version of the song recorded by Parton herself. However, that version was released 2 years after the gorgeous number was first released in 1968, performed by Canadian singer Lucille Starr.
When you're used to being loved, it's hard to live alone.
So it might sound a little odd to say, but the fact is that Too Lonely, Too Long was both written by Dolly Parton and covered by her as well.
I've been too lonely, too long.
Number 17, I Lived So Fast and Hard, Porter Wagoner.
I never had the love and care that other children had.
Dolly Parton's mother didn't pass away when she was young, and she didn't spend 5 years in an orphanage. Given those facts, you could be forgiven for not thinking she wrote I Lived So Fast and Hard, which has lyrics that speak those statements.
By the time that I had reached 13, I'd been through hell and back.
However, fans of the star already know she didn't grow up wealthy, so the message about living with little means rings true to a young Parton story. All that to say that while the track was recorded and released by both Porter Wagoner and Mel Tillis in the 60s, it was written by the inimitable Dolly Parton.
I've done so much, I've seen so much, and I've lived so fast and hard.
Number 16, In the Good Old Days When Times Were Bad, Merle Haggard and the Strangers.
No amount of money could buy from me the memories that I have of them.
Given that In the Good Old Days When Times Were Bad was the title of Dolly Parton's third solo studio album, this one might not come as much of a shock as some others on our list. However, although the eponymous tune was released in 1968 as the first single from said album, country fans were already familiar with it thanks to a version released earlier in the year by Merle Haggard and the Strangers.
Anything at all was more than we had in the good old days.
The song has since been covered many other times, including in 2016 by Parton's sister Stella. So it might be easy to lose sight of who actually wrote it, but it was indeed Dolly herself.
So I long for a love that I never had in the good old days.
Number 15, Get Out and Stay Out, Stephanie J. Block.
Face the future, walk into it.
We already know that Parton is a wonderful singer and songwriter, and was one of the stars of the 1980 cult classic 9 to 5. So it only makes sense that she would have been involved with the 9 to 5 the musical of the late aughts. Not only was she involved, Parton wrote all the music and lyrics for the show. One of those songs was the big penultimate number, Get Out and Stay Out, performed wonderfully in the original Broadway production by Stephanie J. Block. In 2011, Parton released her own version of the tune on her Better Day album. No matter which version you're listening to, though, you'll definitely get chills.
Now that I'm unfettered and unbound, you get out!
Number 14, Kentucky Gambler, Merle Haggard and the Strangers.
Wanted more from life than 4 kids and a wife and a job in a dark Kentucky mine.
We aren't gamblers, but we feel pretty confident that if you asked people who wrote Merle Haggard and the Strangers' #1 country hit Kentucky Gambler, most folks wouldn't know it was Dolly Parton. In fact, they might assume Haggard penned it since it was his version that came out first, making a splash in 1974.
Lady Luck was on my side and this Kentucky gambler played just right.
But of course, few can tell a story through their lyrics quite like Dolly Parton. And it's her talent on display in this tale of a man who loses the people who matter. Naturally, she also put out her version of the hit the following year on her The Bargain Store album. Number 13, Waltz Me to Heaven, Waylon Jennings.
Could I have this dance? It feels like romance.
Dolly Parton has written so many great songs, we can't possibly expect her to have also recorded every single one of them. Of course, that doesn't mean we don't secretly hope she one day will. One example of this is Waltz Me to Heaven, the second single from Waylon Jennings' Waylon's Greatest Hits Volume 2 album.
Honky-tonk angels in heavenly flight.
Fans of the Rhinestone movie will also recognize it from that musical comedy soundtrack. While the flick itself did indeed star Parton, the gorgeous tune was sung by her brother Floyd on that occasion.
Won't you waltz me to heaven tonight?
Number 12, The Company You Keep, Bill Phillips.
Listen to your big brother. I feel I know what's best for you.
Dolly Parton and Bill Phillips both released versions of The Company You Keep in the 60s. The main difference is that Parton also wrote it. Well, if we're being specific, she co-wrote it with her uncle, Bill Owens. Naturally, her musical and lyrical mark is all over it, and what a stunning mark it is, as always. As the track says, you're known by the company you keep.
I know it's fun, you see.
Regardless of which version you prefer, anyone who keeps musical company with Dolly Parton puts themselves in a great position to be known for recording fantastic songs.
The company you keep.
Number 11, I'm in No Condition, Hank Williams Jr.
I'm in No Condition was included on Dolly's 1967 album Hello, I'm Dolly, but has since been revived by Hank Williams Jr.
I'm in no condition to try to love again.
Williams is the son of a country music legend, but has carved out his own place in the industry with his blend of southern rock, country, and blues. Dolly's song allowed him to explore his vulnerable side.
The girl I love just broke my heart. It must have time to mend.
The song's refrain, I'm in no condition to try to love again, tells of the hurt experienced in the aftermath of a broken relationship. Country music loves a breakup song, and Dolly's lyrics are honest and raw.
I'm hurt from a love affair I didn't want to end.
It's a bit different from All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight, but once you hear Williams' version, it's hard to believe it was written for anyone else.
Number 10, Fuel to the Flame, Skeeter Davis.
Dolly Parton's fame as a singer is part and parcel of her blonde bombshell image, but her initial success came with songwriting.
Do you remember the first time I was ever on radio?
Yeah, the Kaz Walker show. He was about 10 years old. And
her first hits were co-written with the aforementioned Uncle Bill Owens shortly after she arrived in Nashville.
Every time you kiss me. One of these singles was Fuel to the Flame, a ballad of burgeoning love with lyrics full of yearning and unanswered questions. Skeeter Davis released it in 1967 and it charted in the top 10. Davis was one of the first women in country music to gain major success as a solo artist, and she was an acknowledged influence on Dolly. Please don't ask me to love you. Fuel to the Flame became her first major hit in 2 years. The song helped to fuel Davis's career and also to launch Dolly's. If you're not going to change my name.
Number 9, Put It Off Until Tomorrow, Bill Phillips.
Another song that garnered chart success during Dolly's early songwriting period was Put It Off Until Tomorrow.
You say our love is over.
It was released by country singer Bill Phillips and was to become his biggest hit, peaking at number 6 on the country charts. Dolly sings backing vocals on the track, although these are uncredited. Parton soon came to the attention of Monument Records, who signed her to their label.
We know this wouldn't be the only time Parton wrote a tune for Phillips, and it acts as another testament to her unparalleled abilities with a pen.
But you're known by the company you keep.
Number 8, Not Enough, Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton.
While primarily a country artist, Dolly's songwriting is not limited to that field. She also loves a musical, and over the years, she's written many songs for film soundtracks. This includes 9 to 5 and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Joyful Noise is a movie musical from 2012 starring Dolly, Queen Latifah, and Jeremy Jordan. It received mixed reviews, but was praised for its music. The gospel-infused soundtrack was written by Mervyn Warren, but Dolly contributed 3 of her own songs. From Here to the Moon and Back is classic Dolly, but the opening number, Not Enough, is a rousing gospel chorus. Led by Queen Latifah and Dolly herself, it throws you straight into the world of the movie.
Number 7. Rainbow Land, Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus has made quite a journey from Disney Channel child star to the artist we know today. Her godmother, Dolly Parton, has been behind her through all of it.
Somebody here who wants to see you.
Dad, I'm not in the mood to see anybody right now.
Well, fine.
They've even performed together. On Miley's album Younger Now, Dolly joined her to co-write the track Rainbow Land.
Living in a rainbow land where everything goes as planned and I smile.
The name of the song comes from Cyrus's home studio, which she had painted rainbow colors, and where she began building her new album.
Living in a rainbow land where you and I go hand in hand, a white line.
But the duet itself is a simple song with a message of hope and unity. Dolly describes it as a song for the times right now, saying, quote, "It's really just about dreaming and hoping that we could all do better."
We are rainbows in you, every color, every hue that shines up.
Number 6. To Daddy, Emmylou Harris.
Story songs are an integral part of the country music canon, and To Daddy shows off some of Dolly Parton's sharpest lyrics. Written from a child's perspective, it tells the tale of a wife and mother.
She never wanted to be more than mother and a wife.
Her family takes it for granted that her life as a neglected homemaker is enough for her, and she never complains about her lot.
He often left her all alone. She didn't mind staying home if she did.
But when her kids are old enough, she leaves to find the thing she really needs, leaving behind a letter that blindsides her husband.
I have needed you so long, but I just can't keep holding on.
Emmylou Harris released the song as a single in 1977, where it reached number 3 in the Hot Country Billboard charts. Harris's gentle performance engages the listener, but Parton's lyrics are deceptively hard-hitting.
Goodbye to Daddy.
Number 5. Circle of Love, Jennifer Nettles.
So we ain't getting no presents for Christmas, Daddy?
Circle of Love is the title track for Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors, Circle of Love, a made-for-TV holiday movie from 2016. The film tells the story of a Christmas during Dolly's childhood in the Smoky Mountains.
Circle of love, halo of light.
Her family goes through some tough times, but ultimately gets through it thanks to their love for each other and a little bit of faith. The titular song was penned by Dolly herself.
When Bethlehem blows in a circle of love.
Singer-songwriter Jennifer Nettles played Dolly's mother in the movie. She released the song on her solo Christmas album that same year.
Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Let us lift you up.
The track has a waltzing rhythm and simple, heartfelt lyrics relating to the Christmas story.
Number 4. Dagger Through the Heart, Sinead O'Connor.
Although most of the songs on this list were written for the artists, there are some great covers out there too.
Oh, you're out there tonight with another.
Just Because I'm a Woman, Songs of Dolly Parton is a compilation album and a tribute from fellow artists. It brings together well-known singers who cover tracks from Dolly's back catalog. The most out-there arrangement comes from singer-songwriter Sinead O'Connor.
The late musician made Dolly's 2002 single Dagger Through the Heart her own.
She was drawn to the, quote, anger of the lyric, but perhaps the video struck a chord with her too.
It's like a dagger through.
After recording the song, Sinead was overwhelmed to learn that Dolly was influenced by O'Connor's memorable video for Nothing Compares to You.
Number 3. The Stranger, Kenny Rogers.
The Stranger features on Kenny Rogers' 1984 album What About Me? Another story song from Dolly. It's a heart-wrenching tale about an absent parent, this time told from a man's perspective.
Stranger, I know where you'll find her, down the road from here about 1.25 miles.
The narrator meets the father he never knew, but the stranger is at least 10 years too late. The son has no time for the man who abandoned him and left his late mother to live a hard life.
Call her name, but she won't hear you. She's in the graveyard near you.
Parton and Rogers were longtime singing partners and collaborators. They released their revered Christmas album just a month after What About Me was unveiled. The tone is very different, but Dolly brings her songwriting magic to both.
To pick her flowers from the field.
Number 2. There'll Always Be Music, Tina Turner.
Although she is sometimes referred to as the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner kicked off her solo career with a country album.
As the farmer works the fields, he sings a song.
Tina Turns the Country On was her first solo outing from then-husband and bandmate Ike Turner.
And the wind makes melody as it whistles through the trees.
The new 10-track album features a who's who of country stars on the songwriting staff. Bob Dylan, James Taylor, Chris Christopherson, Hank Snow, and Dolly Parton all took a turn.
And the old church bell rang for the Sunday morning singing.
Dolly's contribution was a piano ballad that showed off Turner's soulful vocals. Although the album didn't chart, Turner did bag a Grammy nomination for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance.
There will always be music in the promised land.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
I'll think of you each step of the way.
It might sound odd to say that a song Parton made one of the highest selling of 1974 is one some often forget she wrote. But that is the case with I Will Always Love You. And there's really only one person to affectionately blame for that, Whitney Houston. While Parton's version was a hit, Houston's cover, off of the Bodyguard soundtrack, was a cultural phenomenon. Not only was it the top single of 1993, it also found a comfortable home atop the Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for a whopping 14 weeks. The ballad broke sales records and hit the #1 spot on charts worldwide, too. Dolly Parton did a beautiful job creating it, but Houston will forever be associated with this masterpiece. Did we open your eyes to any Parton surprises? Let us know in the comments.
And all you can say is I must have made a mistake.
It could happen to anyone.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.